So to wrap up our conversation, Alfredo asked if he could be the last one to kind of tie all of these conversations together, and how do we and really bringing that also that international and global, taking us also beyond the city borders. So warmly welcome, Alfredo.
Good morning, everyone. It seems that I'm the DJ closing the festival. I didn't expect to close after a mayor candidate, so no pressure. I have 5 minutes, right, Mina? 5 minutes?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so I'm asking because we're going to have a small interaction. I love your flower interaction. It was a thing that was missing from my talk. But before that, we are in a context, local, regional, and global, that is quite particular and quite dangerous. It's a lot. We have a lot of opportunities, but we are also in a situation that everything can snap like this in a moment. And in those moments, we need to focus. And one thing that we gather from the talks today is that most of the things happen on a micro level. And most of the things happen with our principles, values, and culture. The inclusion, the diversity, everything is connected in a micro level. Individual, the person, is where everything starts and ends. So if a guy wants to destroy a world, it's a guy. And then another guy and another guy, or girl, whatever, that connects, but is always a person. And that's what we are doing here. We are trying to pitch our own ideas to make it work at a micro level. But we need to connect the dots. And that's probably why they invited me to be here, because I wasn't the one to be here. I'm a partner of ANSEA. The president told, I need you, Alfredo. And why? You will get it when you arrive there. So my talk is being improvised as I speak. So before continue and connecting the dots, let's do an interaction. Again, I need you to pair very quickly, to find a pair, okay? It's very simple. You will need to talk whatever you want, a food recipe, the football game last night, whatever you want, about flowers, but there's one rule. You have to speak at the same time. Can we do that? So find a pair, you need to, each pair. So find a pair, quickly, go. So, do you have pairs now? Can we start? Yes, you can work at 3 also. So, find a pair. And now, you are going to talk at the same time. Doesn't matter what, at the same time, okay? In 3, 2, 1, start. In 3, 2, 1, stop. This is a training that I used to do International Association, a Student International Association, ISEC. And he has 2 goals. The first one is to make us feel stupid. But the stupidity or these kind of funny things make us warmer and alive and wake us up. That's number 1 reason. But the main reason is because this comes from a training 7 habits. I don't know if you know it. 7 habits, one of the habits was seek first to understand, then to be understood. And that's what we are trying, all of us, to do here. And that's what we are trying to do in a global stage in politics. That's what a mayor has to do. He has to listen first. He has to understand first, then to pitch his idea and to be understood. So, in reality, in a world like ours, we need to understand first. And I understood what you told me today. And that's why I'm connecting the dots. And that's why I start with the beginning, with the end in mind, habit number 2 of 7 habits. And that begin with the end in mind is this, a challenge. I'm challenged all of us. I'm challenged the individual in us. And I'm challenged the organizations that are here outside this building. I'm challenged the city of Helsinki to go this. Because this is what we came here to tell you. Because we read the agenda, the title of the talks, and we said, that's what we are talking about. That's the cultural exchange and international cooperation. When we talk about international talents, when we talk about travel agents for specific niche markets, when we talked about inclusion, diversity, when we talk about the natives and immigrants, we are always talking about principles, values, and all-encompassed culture. So, one thing that I realized, I was born in Angola, raised in Portugal, been living in Finland for 7 months. Enough time to understand that Finland and Helsinki, the capital, we all sometimes forget that Helsinki is the capital of a country, a rich country in Europe, in a Nordic region, which is leading Europe in so many areas. And one thing I also realize is very open-minded, despite of the lackings, a very open-minded society, especially for new ideas. Because in the Finnish way, they take their time. And for most of us foreigners, it's too slow. Too damn slow. So we can use this amazing country, their culture, what they do, their system, their schools that are amazing, but we also can give them something. We can give them something. Not only kids and children, I brought 2, so I'm contributing. So the thing is, what can we all do? We need to bring the talent, we need to bring the people, we need to bring the resources, we need to bring the ideas and challenge on the big picture. Because only in the macro level we can connect the dots. So, how do we put Helsinki as the central hub of the Nordics? I was more ambitious than this, but then I said it's better to tone down. So I just set for the Nordics, because if sitting on the Nordics, we are just competing, and the Finnish don't like these words. So we are cooperating and collaborating with other Nordic countries and the Baltic region, instead of competing with London or Paris or New York or wherever. So, we are small, but we are very open. And most of the people that come to Finland, especially international talent, they chose it. They chose it. There's a huge difference from immigration, for example, from Portugal, from France. Most of the talent that is here, that came to here, they chose it. And it's highly skilled and with a huge background experience. So we need to use it. So the challenge is this. How do we tie everything? Yes, we can do traveling, we can do amazing experience for LGBT, and we can do that. But wouldn't it be amazing if your travel agency, that is one organization, one company, one micro entrepreneurship company, connects with Mural and scale this through Finland, but you can scale to events like ANSEA does for integration and immigrant communities, like a festival, artworks, and we can market it as one. Not a company marketing a service in Brazil or US, but a city marketing itself as the place to be. Because we have LGBT inclusion and activities and things like that. We have international talent. We have the best universities in the world. We have research and it's amazing. We have amazing snow, bright and white. But we also have amazing summers, long hours. And we have all that, and it's peaceful. And it's some kind of safe. And we have space to breathe and to grow our ideas. So, to wrap this up, Mr. Mayor, we need to align political agendas. It's not only the parties, political is all of us. So if I might say, I'm here saying we need to be the cultural exchange hub of the Nordics, I'm being political because I'm selling an idea. And we need not to be afraid of saying this. We are politicals, not party aligned, politicals, because we are all selling ideas. So we need an agenda, and an agenda could be something like this. Culture is everything we talked about today, but we need to make it happen. So we need resources, talent, money. We need to be micro-entrepreneurs, but we also need the biggest stakeholders, the city, the biggest companies, to help us scale the impact of one single individual. So we need strategic partnerships between all stakeholders. And most importantly, we need to do a better use of our resources, the human, the financial, and everything in between. And that's the challenge. And that's why I expect Helsinki to be not in 10 years or 15 years or 20 years from now, but in this next term, in the next 4 years, we can easily be this. And thank you and kiitos. Let's make Helsinki great. You're welcome.
This one. Thank you.
Thank you for the invitation.
Oh, you're so welcome. I would love to say a big, big thank you to all of our amazing, amazing speakers. If you missed the beginning, we had Hannu Merina from We Speak Gay, we had Joel Hentunen from Riesa Consultative, we had Faduma Muhammad, we had Kari from Muru, and we had, of course, Katie from Flower Rescue, and with Inga Chernova here, of course, then closing up from Ansia Global. So we aim to bring as many different perspectives into what does it mean to be a truly inclusive and entrepreneurial city. Of course, we were unable to touch upon all the different areas, but hopefully this gave us a little bit of a starting point and kind of that understanding of that vibe of what it would be like if the green leadership gets into the city council, what kind of values we're standing for, what kind of conversations we're standing for. I'm studying democracy theory, deliberative democracy, where you have conversations, and I feel like that's something that we really, really need to increase. Actually, one of the things that I love that in Finnish, inclusivity is often translated to osallisuus. And osallisuus has this connotation about taking part. And I feel when I say that we need to increase inclusivity, a part of that is also we need to increase the taking part in conversation, the taking part in understanding what can be developed, what could receive funding, what can be done, who is doing it, and how to access those resources to take forward your community project, your impact.